Do you want to participate in this beginning of the video? Jen says she doesn't have makeup on. I don't think she needs makeup, but come here.
And I got bags under my eyes and look tired and stuff.
Look at her. She's beautiful. Anyway.
You gotta say that. You're married to me.
I don't have to say it.
Yes, you do.
Not really. I don't have to say it. So, there's lots of guys who probably don't say it to their wives enough. So,
oh my gosh.
What
are we working on today?
I'm getting some stuff done on the bunker for a little bit. We're jumping around all over today. I don't know what we're going to be doing, to be honest. We got a bunch of stuff.
While Jay's doing some of that stuff, I am going to seal the cedar wood for our shower.
Yeah. And she power washed that, the day before yesterday. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, we're going to get some...
Maybe that really was a bear.
What was that? Oh, was that we were looking at the new giant battery. Mm-hmm. Timber snuck up behind me, and I pooped in my pants. I thought he was... I didn't know the dogs were outside. And all of a sudden, Timber was rushing up on me behind me. And the bear had just come up the hill like 3 hours before that. So now there's bear in the woods all the time. So we got to be careful. Anyway, 1 minute, 57 seconds later, we're going to be jumping around today. We're going to get some stuff done. We're going to have fun, I hope.
Got to get a lot of stuff done, guys.
Yeah, just little stuff today.
Fall's here. Yep. Winter's coming, so there's no more
messing around.
Yeah, we got to jump all over and get everything tied up.
Yep, and then we could start our next big project, because we can't start the next big project until we get a few loose ends tied up, right? Mm-hmm. So, guys, we took a half a day off yesterday and went to dinner and went bike riding again. That was a fun day. I really enjoying doing that. I have a new battery here to add into addition to our bunker power. You saw us hook that up the other day. So I'm going to put that in the bunker today, and we might get the other giant battery in the bunker today. I need to get some stuff out of the way, so, stuff's just in the way. So let's get rolling. Alright, guys, I'll see you in the bunker. I'm going to unbox this. This isn't like a sponsor video. This is what I'm doing. So this is what we're doing today. Alright, guys, so again, this isn't a Blue Eddy video. I'm just hooking all this stuff up. New batteries, 50%. Everything looks like it's kind of equalized. I don't know how we balance everything out, but we'll leave it all hooked up like this from now on. And I'll get some solar on this so it can start running. Or start charging. There we go. Turn this on, just for giggles. 200 watts. That's more than it was the other day. This thing must take a little while to get rolling, so like anything else. Look at that, guys. Woohoo! Pretty cool, huh? Let me know, guys, this line, this shadowing feeding through the footage. I don't know. I don't want that to ruin all the videos for the next month. So I don't know if I need to fix that or if we can just kind of ignore it. It looked like flickering LEDs. That couldn't be done. I don't know how to fix this other than put different lighting in here, which I could do if I have to. But what is this? Oh, that's the dehumidifier that's so loud. Yeah, screw that. So today's objective, get some solar, just running like temporary solar to that. That's going to take 10 more minutes. I'm going to find which panels I have that will get the most power into it correctly. I'm going to build a box here. We're going to put a vent fan in there. And I don't know what we're going to do. I'm going to work on the outside of the bunker probably. All right, guys. So those of you who care, or maybe there's been quite a few new people here recently. We love our solar stuff. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. I know not everyone cares to really understand it, but you guys might be asking why I'm using my smaller 200-watt panels rather than my 300-watt panels. Well, the Blue Eddy can only take 60 volts. I could do it twice. I could put 2 arrays in at 60 volts. But I don't have the cables to do that, so I'm just doing 1 array right now. And these panels, these 300-watt panels, are 39 volts each. So I cannot put 2 of them in series because it'll be over voltage. These panels are 18 volts each. So what that does is let me put 3 of these together, and that equals 600 watts rather than 300 watts. So I'm getting twice the voltage with it set up, or twice the wattage with it set up like this, because I'm just optimizing. This is where it kind of helps you to have a variety of panels. Our first panels were 100 watters. These are 200 watters. These are 3. That way you can be more flexible with your voltages and the way you run your solar arrays. I could put 600 watts into this. I'm going to go unplug it from the Apex 300 and then check our voltage just to be safe before I plug it all in. So I'm going to pull it out of here and I'm going to test with my voltmeter right here what the voltage is. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have this set to DC. You gotta go the voltage above what you think you're testing. Like we're going above 20 volts, so we gotta go up to 200 volts. Just gonna stick them in here. Let's see what we get. Ooh, 65 volts. That's not good. I was expecting to get 54 max. I'm at 66. Holy crap, that sucks. Alright. I don't want to over voltage this. That's the worst thing you can do, is put too many volts into something. Well, I'm glad I tested that because I almost just plugged it in. I don't know why those panels would be putting out 66 when they said they were 18 volt. I'll go double check everything. I'm going to just disconnect one of those panels and just get some solar coming into this. Alright, so this is why you always have to double check everything. Glad I did, because I went and looked at the back of the panels. I thought it said 18 volt. And that was not the VOC. That was not the voltage open circuit. That was the, yeah, they were 21 point something volts for the VOC. So 22. So we're only going to be able to put 400 watts into this, but let's see what we get out of those panels. There's clouds over everything right now, so 125 watts. We'll just turn the lights off right now. And, you know, let's work on something else. I just want to get some charge into that. So everything's charging now. That's not charging. It's probably going to take the voltage to the one that needs equalization. This one is only at 40%. I don't think there's a way. Maybe if I go on the Blue Eddy app, I can see better details to each battery and stuff. So sorry, this is turning into like solar Blue Eddy stuff. This isn't, you know, don't hate me. I'm not trying to sell you stuff. I just show you what we're doing. So That solar is probably going to go to that battery that's the lowest. That's, you know, what it should do. All right, guys. So more interesting than me doing solar stuff, Jen's starting the oil on the shower. I wanted her to film it, but I was hogging the camera. So, all right, here she goes. Look, she power washed all the maple boards and the cedar the other day.
Like, look at how nice that looks compared to the regular ones.
Yeah.
Like the reds.
What are you putting on it? Log oil?
Yeah.
Sweet, with a sponge?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. That does look nice. You gonna do all the poles too?
Yeah. I've got to be careful with the poles because I don't want to get it on the metal and stuff, so doesn't it look pretty? Like 100 times better. Look at how nice, like, just bringing out the, you know, it looks like it's wet all the time.
Yeah.
Want me to do the maple boards too?
Sure. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
That's the stuff we've had forever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got 5-gallon jugs. We got 3 more. We have 4 total to do the whole cabin, but that's shingle oil. This is log oil. I don't know if it's any different at all. These 1-gallon jugs we picked up a few years ago at Ace.
Were like $10.
Yeah, they were on clearance, so like log oil, perfect. $10 a gallon. Easy peasy. So Jenny's just been putting it on everything around here, like just dumping oil on all of our wood furniture,
yep.
Wood siding, wood everything. So now we're going to use it up here. So cool.
Goes a long ways.
Yeah.
I've used it on the chairs and the walking stick, and
yeah,
there's so much of it still.
Cool.
Well, that looks really nice. I'll give it another coat. Shower.
This is the before. Like I said, dry. You know, pretty, but not as pretty. And then look at that. Holy moly, really looks good on the camera. What you doing over here? You playing Survivor floaty pad challenge?
Yep. The bridge. Build the bridge.
Build the bridge.
2 pieces of wood.
Don't slip.
I'm practicing so I can be on Survivor one day.
Looks good. Look how fancy.
Looks a lot richer. Yes?
It sure does.
Oil's almost gone. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything before I worry about extra coats anywhere.
Yeah.
Down here.
Whew. I got the hole plugged up and the vent fan installed.
That's good.
It's not the greatest thing ever, but it's efficient. And I'll show it to you guys in a few minutes. So I didn't film a lot of it because it was back and forth and awkward and tight. So
all of your favorite things.
yeah. All right, we'll catch up with you guys in a minute. You're supposed to let me figure this out first and then record.
Mm-hmm. Show your trials and errors.
Yeah. Watch out, Scooter.
Dad?
You don't need metal flinging in your eyeballs. That ain't gonna work. Let's go. Hi. Hi. Oh my goodness. Such a good puppy.
Dad, you are by the piece of grass that I want to eat.
What? Here, go eat the grass somewhere else. There. Alright guys, we want to coat the concrete here with the veneer mortar so we can do the stone in the next day or two. You know, it needs to dry, I assume, for a day or two. But it says that the mortar will not stick to tar well. Which you can see on this side, I don't have a lot of tar. I only have a little bit here at the bottom. But the other side, it comes up quite a ways, and I would rather, you know, I mean, I could just put dirt up to it, I guess, and only have a foot or so of foot or two of stone, like on this side, I guess. It's probably what I'm gonna have to do, because I'm not gonna get a bunch of solvents and try to scrape this off. Said you could use mineral spirits and get it off, but that's still gonna be an expensive and timely process.
Yeah.
So, and this doesn't work. I just thought by some miracle this might work, but I knew it wouldn't. But it didn't hurt to try it. It did take a lot of it off,
But not enough. Nowhere near enough.
yeah. I mean, it took a lot of it off, but I'm not gonna burn out my drill. And I don't know. Alright. Wonder if adhesives. Wonder if like that liquid nails, like just for the bottom, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder if I just liquid nailed
The
bottom
stone.
row on. Because liquid nails would stick to that, you would think.
I would think concrete would too, but
Well, concrete has the, like, it's got to be porous. You know, like that's why stuff sticks to stuff, because it's porous.
okay.
And it, like, soaks into it. But this isn't porous. This has, it said, like, oils in it that will repel mortar. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the tube of liquid nails, just liquid nails a couple up here on the bottom.
Doesn't hurt
The
to try.
problem is I think, I mean, if you were to do this properly, you're supposed to put like a board on the bottom or like a ledge, like flashing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to like trim it out. But, you know, I'm not a professional. I don't really care. I'm just going to make it work.
Well, try the liquid nails, I suppose.
Doesn't hurt, right?
Yeah. The stuff is liquid nails in here in your caulk gun right now?
Yes. It says liquid nails, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know. It's turned around, so I don't know. Weird.
It's not actually liquid nails. It's Loctite adhesive.
It's the same, but different.
Yes.
Going a bit insane.
There you go. This is just for a couple at the bottom. So don't tell anybody you saw me do this. I might have just come up with the best way to install rocks. The easier, better way to install cultured stone. So I have a bunch of these edges, or corners, you know, they're called corners or whatever, where they have like a lip on them. I was gonna put them on the edges, but I don't know. If I do that, there'd be no way I'm gonna be able to fill in this gap. Alright. So far, so good. If I put anything over this edge, I'll just put mortar up to here so you can't see this. But I want a straight edge here so I can fill this in. I don't want stuff living in here. Although they can get in from the other side easy right now. I just don't want... My original plan before we found this cultured stone was to tar everything. I was going to tar everything and then stick the Reflectix to it and then put metal over it and screw metal into it. You know, like the bottom, like skirting. but I think this might be a little better. I think this might be just a titch better. So this Loctite seems to be working good. Pretty sure this is the stuff I used on the $600 camper. PL200 projects, construction adhesive, Loctite. I have to go back. I don't actually think this is exactly it. Because the stuff I bought, I think, was kind of, maybe it was a little more expensive, but I don't know. I'll have to go back and find that video from 5 years ago. Pretty happy with this. I've used liquid nails in the past, and it just never seals up real great. Power grab, Loctite. All-purpose, instant grab. This stuff so far, like I said, I've never used it before, but I literally put it in the corner and stuck the trim up, and it just stuck and stayed where it should have. But all right, one more stone over here. I'm gonna go get another stone. This is all flat. This is a lot of layers. Look at that long, skinny one. Yeah, use that one. This long, skinny one, right at the bottom. All right. So, how much did we pay for this stone? Guess in the comment section. We'll tell you in a few minutes.
$10 million.
Yeah, he put it as 60 square feet of cultured stone, and then it was 18 linear feet of corners. That pretty much covers up the rest of the... Right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright guys, before we can install our stone, we have to put a scratch coat, I guess it's called, on the concrete block. So we got to put that over the cinder blocks before we can install the stone. So I'm going to do that today, and then it will dry for a day or two, and then we can install the stones. This is going to be kind of like a 3 or 4 day step process. So hopefully we could, piece things together, but maybe it'll just be a little bit of it in each video for different videos. We'll see. There's mortar, there's type S, type N, and then there's this stone mortar mix. This is for veneer stone. The type S is for structural, like we use with the cinder block foundation. Type N is non-structural. This is stuff I've never used before, but it's, let's make a pot of it and see how it goes.
Looks a little more peanut buttery, I suppose.
I don't know how it's gonna stick because I can barely get this to stick when it might be too thin or too thick. We'll see. Like a flat one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you're supposed to get it to stick. It's fine until I go back over something that
Yeah.
and it just yanks it right off.
I don't either, I'm sorry that I don't.
It's fine until I hit what I already did, and it just pulls it off the wall.
Yeah. So you let this dry, and then you...
And then we put the rock on the next day.
Interesting.
I haven't watched any videos on any of this, so this is
a learning process.
I just don't understand why it's pulling it off.
So I can help you.
There you go. That's what you get, I guess.
How's Jason doing this, guys? Let us know in the comments.
Don't let us know in the
you
comments.
You guys are pretty good about being brutally honest. So let us know. Jay can handle it.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. That's the first problem. All the time that I spend, that I should spend doing research and learning how to do stuff, I spend making YouTube videos for you guys. So it's your fault. I'm going to project my problems onto you guys. So I want to see in the comments you say, sorry, Jay. Say sorry, Jay, in the comment section, okay?
Or
thank you, Jay. One or the other.
Thanks for working hard, sir.
Well, trying. Kind of in a chill mood, so not really that concerned about it as much as I should be, probably. It looks like stucco. You know, it looks like textured stucco. So hopefully it won't F us. I'll let it dry a little bit, and then I can smooth it down a little bit so there's no edges.
Yeah.
I'm like afraid to touch it right now.
I'm going to Google it and see what it should look like.
Not this. It should probably be smooth.
I'm going to Google it.
Alright, I'm going to go shove the rest of this in that one crack over here by the... So anyway, guys, we were kind of bad YouTube hosts today. We didn't really show you step by step of what we were doing. But here's the finished product and what I did today. I closed in this hole. I put this vent in. This is a solar powered vent that Jen picked up.
I'll put the link.
Jen will put the link. You just turn it on. It's supposed to have like a 3 to 6 hour timer, but I don't know how to get the 3 and 6 hour timer on. Like, I pushed it on, then I pushed the timer and nothing lights up, or it didn't turn off. It's been running all day, so I don't really need to run it. Then I boxed this in. I just threw some extra mortar in here that I had from doing the stone. So I'll fill this in eventually all the way. Little solar panel sitting out here to run this. So let's go show you what it looks like on the inside. And then we'll go show you what Jen did today.
We're going to close the bunker up after you show them what you did. And then I can track on the Govee puck what the humidity and temperature is now that it's like all the holes are...
Yeah.
Closed up.
Yep.
Because we got some solar stuff to put in there, guys.
Yep.
Lots of cool stuff we're pretty excited about.
So let's go down in here. Here's what I did today. I did this yesterday. Put these couple bricks in this corner. I left this whole corner was open and it kind of made it a pain. So here's what I did. I put this nice board in, put the vent in, and I boxed that out. What we're going to do here is in the winter, when we don't need ventilation, we'll just put some foam. You know, I probably have to put a board across the top here too. And then I'll just put an inserted piece of foam in here. So you know, all the air can't get out. It looks okay. It's not fancy. You know, like I said, I'm just kind of like piecing things together as we go. This should be, put some adhesive to get this to stick down. I'll paint this. I got solar run to the power station. It's 100 watts going in there right now. So it's like slowly charging. It was at 57% earlier. So I got everything turned off in here just to let that charge up, because you're supposed to let batteries charge up when you first get them, not use them. But the more important and cooler project that we got done today was Jenny's project, so let's go check that out.
You guys do not want to watch me oil anyways. It's not the most exciting thing in the world.
Were you slathering yourself with oil?
Accidentally, yes.
People might want to watch that.
I can't wait to take a shower.
Let's go check it out. Her project turned out pretty good.
I'm going to have him close it up because when I checked the temperature and the humidity earlier, it said it was 67 in there and it was 67% humidity. So the humidity's already gone down like 10% since the other day. So that's a good thing. But want to get accurate readings when it's closed up, because that's how it'll be once the solar stuff's in there. This looks really sharp now. Yes?
It's really rich. Compared to that, pretty much. Like, that'll never look... This is maple and that's poplar. But that would get dark if we put oil on it, or when we do, it'll get dark.
Yeah, just like the deck.
Which is weird, which sucks, but this looks nice. Like, this makes this highlight as being special even more, right?
Yeah. Ta-da!
Nice and oily.
Mm-hmm.
Oiled all the posts,
Yep.
all the trim, everything.
And all the oil will soak in. Like, it looks a little shiny in some spots now, but give it a day and it will look just all beautiful and rich.
Looks really good, honey. Good job.
So fancy now, guys.
She oiled that too, but that was our wood, our maple, and it soaked up the oil a little bit better, huh?
Yeah.
Or did you put extra coat on that?
Well, I did an extra coat on that because I wanted, like, I knew that was going to be in the water more.
Yeah.
You know?
But
so
that's
I wanted,
planed too,
yeah.
so when it's planed, it doesn't soak up the oil quite as
right.
much as
This,
the maple.
I'm pretty happy. Now, Jay's just got to put up a couple hooks for towels.
Yep. Got the hooks.
Yep.
We're going to clean up. That's the next step, cleaning all this up. And we got to... I don't know about that freezer. It's a little big. Draws a lot of power. I got a good deal on that freezer, but it draws a lot of power. So I don't know if it'll ever... You know, if it has stuff in it, it'll be fine. But anyway, we got to clean this whole area up over here and make this look nice. So, cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We'll put some hooks on here in a little bit once this dries out a little bit. So I hope you guys had fun hanging out with us a little bit and seeing our progress. Sorry we didn't film quite as much as we normally do. Nothing terribly exciting, right?
Yep, just getting stuff done.
Yep. And then we could get on to our next big project, right? So there you go. Good job, honey.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. How do you think it looks? Tell Jen she did a good job if you think she did a good job. All right?
Thank you.